Hello everyone, Littleton here. So, here's the thing. Um, there's one small thing that you should know when it comes to getting hybrids, especially hybrids, from Copart or really any auction. And the reason for that is because cars at the auction sit. They can sit there for months, years, or whatever. So, I already was aware that the vehicle that I had may have had a fuel pump issue, but he didn't. He thought his would, that mine would be a quick fix. It's not. I already knew what I was getting into with mine, but I just didn't like the interior of my Escape that I was getting. The interior of my Escape was dark colored. This was dark, and I didn't like the colors of the interior. Really, I don't like this one too much. It's I would like a little bit more darker colors in here, but out of our three, this one has leather. The other three don't. So I thought it was pretty good that I got this deal. This one was not a run and drive at the time. The one that my other friend got, his was run and drive. And I think mine wasn't a run one. Mine, I can't remember how it went. Either mine was not a run and drive, and my friend's wasn't a run and drive, and his was a run and drive. I don't remember how it went. But luckily, out of the three Escapes we got, one of them was run and drive, and that's the one that his friend got. I already knew that the one I had needed work. Well, the one that I got had set up just like the original one had set up. Well, what ended up happening was the fuel pump on the Escape, which is a common failure point with these hybrids, because people don't really burn the fuel out of them too much, especially if they're just putting around town. It needs a fuel pump. Well, he ran it like that for so long, trying to get the fuel pump operating. He burnt the driver module up. That's behind the the driver's side rear wheel. So, I recommended to him to begin with to not let it go into hybrid mode. And to not let it go into hybrid mode, what you have to do, you put it into, if you put it in the defrost mode, it never shuts the engine off. It continues to run, which I thought was pretty cool. I told him to do that and let it run, but he didn't. He did what I did and fixed it. Now, this already had a little add a half a tank. And I had to run it like that to get it charged. So what they ended up doing was basically leaving the fuel that was in it. So they gunked up the fuel pump, and it killed the driver module. So if this was a hybrid that had not been there that long, it wouldn't have been that bad. But this one had been there for a while, so it got bad. So if you're going to get a hybrid from an auction, be prepared to deal with all of the stuff that has to deal with a hybrid sitting. Hybrids don't like to sit. So if you get a hybrid, be aware that you will have stuff to deal with. Right now I'm sitting at the DMV to get another concealed carry, to get my concealed carry license renewed, is what I'm waiting on. So the line's all the way out past the door. I'm just here to get an application, so I'm not really worried about doing anything. And then when I do get caught, when I do have to do anything, I don't have to wait in line. So if you look, the line starts there and it's all the way out there. So I'm not worried about it. I'm just getting an application for my concealed carry for the renewal, and that's it. So I'm not really worried about anything here. I won't even be pulling a number I'm just getting an application, so it's gonna be good. That's all I know. Peace.